Hello and welcome to episode 3 of Knox Talent Meets. This is where we sit down with creative people, we hear their stories, and we give them a chance to show off their talents. Today's guest is a friend of mine. He's an actor, he's an assistant acting teacher, and he's a filmmaker. Last but not least, he's a human. Today's guest is Tristan Franklin.
KTM.
This is where Knox Talent meets.
Quiet on the set. Action.
KTM.
I'm trying to get in shot here.
KTM.
I have to sit like this. You ready?
Fist in front of the face. This is cool.
What's up, Tristan?
What's up, buddy?
Welcome, man. I really appreciate you coming. You filled in. You were
I was supposed to be the inaugural episode, but
I know.
2020 happened.
I have high standards, but
I know.
I'm losing them day by day. You deal
Yeah,
with people.
finally got me on there.
Yeah. So, how's everything been going?
Dude, this has been the most interesting year of my life so far. Lots of highs, lots of lows, a lot of growth, really. Heartbreak, beautiful. But my friend's gonna make fun of me for even talking about that.
I'm going
you're
to
one of them.
when we cut.
Yeah. But really, I'm starting to come into my own as a person this year. At
How
the
you
age
been
of
doing
at the
that?
age of 23, I finally was like, hey, maybe I should, start doing stuff.
Right. What are you working on with that?
Man, I've been acting for what's today? 8th. We're filming this on the 8th. 10 days from now, that'll be 2 years I've been acting.
Oh, very cool.
And acting is a passion, but my penultimate dream is to be a filmmaker. And it should be, because I've watched some. They say if you do 10,000 hours of them, you're a professional.
Right.
There's a few things in my life I've done 10,000 hours of. Watch movies is probably one of them. Definitely one of them. I won't mention other things. Some other things are kind of embarrassing. 10,000 10,000 hours of. But yeah. So I'm starting right now writing my short film I want to do. It's going to be at least, I want to do 20 minutes, but you never know. It might be less or it might be more. So around 20 minutes.
Okay.
And
Well, I guess we'll jump right into that. What are you comfortable saying about this film that you?
it's about a week and a half ago, I spent a day with one of my friends, and he's a crazy guy, eccentric guy, and it was a horrible day, a waste of a day almost. But it's a lot of interesting things happened, a lot of highs and lows happened in that day. But it'll be about how me and him had great conversations in the car, and some funny stuff happened in between. But that's what it'll be about.
Okay.
It's called There's the Sun Sphere.
Okay.
Yeah, because we just BS'd and drove around Knoxville all day mostly, and we've seen the Sun Sphere like 8 times, and there's the Sun Sphere.
That's
It.
pretty
When
cool.
you're around Knoxville, that's all you'll do is there's the Sun Sphere.
Yeah. That's pretty neat.
Yeah.
Well, I know, back to your knowledge of movies, I know in some training we've done, you always have all the answers to all the movies. Someone's like, oh, what's the blah blah? You're like, oh, blah-blah bloop. You say.
Yeah.
That's impressive. So, yeah, maybe it is true. If you watch enough movies, you can just jump right into it.
Well, pretty sure I don't know, I think it was Tarantino that says that if you love movies enough, you can't help to make good stuff.
Right.
But that's even him. Like he's if you look at what he talks about, he watches way more movies than me. From when I was age of like 16 to 19, I watched a crazy amount of movies. And nowadays I have other interests also. Like I like to read, and I like to I'll do other stuff. Acting too came in there. So so I don't watch as many as I still watch a lot, probably compared to the layman. But I mainly just try to have to be inspired to watch something, which I still watch a lot, but I have to have a reason, maybe because of an actor or a director.
Are there is there like a small, like maybe your top 3 directors that you watch their movies,
I have like a lot of Blu-rays, and I'll send you a picture and you can put it on.
Okay.
You can put it on the show.
Yeah, I'll put it on there.
That's kind of embarrassing. But I actually have a Blu-ray section just for directors, certain directors I love.
Okay.
And I've seen every Kubrick film. He's one of my favorites. Kubrick.
Okay.
I have every Tarantino movie, mostly every Scorsese. I have every Wes Anderson, Paul Thomas Anderson, the Coen brothers. You know, Oh Brother Warthau?
Vaguely.
I was going to say that's Coen brothers. You can see. I have a lot of directors. But
Okay.
if I had to say top 3, Kubrick, because I feel like he's the man. Like he's the he's the master of masters.
Okay.
And then Tarantino, because people have a lot of things to say about Tarantino, about many different things, violence and all that crap. But really, to me, Tarantino was almost a teacher to me when I was, and that's like the cliche among people that started getting a film is, Pulp Fiction's your favorite movie. You have a Pulp Fiction poster on your wall, which I do. But really, to me, is I used him as a teacher because he is like almost hip hop the way he makes movies. He samples stuff to make stuff different, and he brings in different aspects of genres and different music. He actually brings soundtracks from other films. So I used him as a teacher by when he put a soundtrack in his movie, or he even had a reference in his movie, I would write that down and I would go watch that movie. And I fell in love with spaghetti westerns that way, with kung fu movies that way.
What is spaghetti westerns?
I actually watched the George Mooring episode, or me and him was gonna have to have a talk.
Well, that's for people who haven't seen that episode.
Okay,
Spaghetti western.
because he said slapstick comedy, and I wanted.
Oh, is there a correction?
Yes.
All right, what is it?
Okay, but I'll talk to George about that.
Okay.
Spaghetti westerns are amazing. Okay, they're from the mid 60s to the early 70s. In Italy, they was making westerns. And a spaghetti western refers to pretty much westerns that were made in Italy and Spain. They made them in Spain, too, because Spain has a desert. They film most desert stuff in Spain. But with spaghetti westerns, you have legendaries like you have the 3 Sergios, which I'll probably get one of them wrong, but Sergio Leone is one of the greatest directors of all time, past spaghetti westerns. Then you have Sergio Corbucci, which he made a lot of spaghetti westerns that are amazing. And then you have Sergio Salama. I probably said that one wrong. But he made a few that were pretty good. But also you have Ennio Morricone, which he just, rest in peace, just passed away this year. He's probably my favorite composer of all time. Tarantino loves him, but I love him because mainly, like today, I was in the gym and I was listening to Once Upon a Time in the West soundtrack.
Okay.
And that gets me through the gym right there. Just the beautiful, like you'll cry and you'll laugh and you'll
jog
and you'll want to shoot somebody. Yeah, just a normal day. But spaghetti western is just a Italian western in the early 60s.
Very cool. I'm making a cowboy chili. No.
I'm just kidding. I wanted to deadpan you just to make you suffer.
I was very
it's gonna be annoying.
Well, that's interesting. So, there's a correction. I guess you and
me and
George will
gonna
have to battle it out.
Yeah, we're gonna have to
duke it out.
Yeah. I was gonna comment on YouTube, but I'm not a commenter.
Well,
spaghetti western is actually.
Yeah, you should have. That'd have been funny. That would have been funny, actually.
Yeah, I'll create an account called Spaghetti Western Historian. And
yeah. Oh wow. Yeah. Create a whole Reddit thread and just. That's funny. So this 20 minutes on a short.
That's what I want to shoot for, because it's gonna have a. It might be 15. I don't know. I just shoot for 15 to 25.
Well, I can't, I get nervous at the thought of doing 60 seconds of stuff. I'm like.
Oh yeah, I've had slight experience with my friends making stuff, and I enjoy them, but I wouldn't put them out as something that I would want to put my stamp on.
We want to see some. We're ready.
Well, on my Instagram, you can see my little. I don't even know what to call them. Me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your expressions through clips
and music. Yeah, and copyrighted music. I'd like to talk about stupid.
Monetize that.
It's free use, man. I'm really that's a different conversation, but
that's funny.
I'm not trying to make money off that music. People might never heard that song before. If they have and they'll want to listen to it again.
Yeah, it's always chill too. It's always vibing music.
Yeah, I try to.
So have you, let's jump right in. Have you done any submissions recently?
I had an audition about a month ago, which I showed you that. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I had my mom did the.
Yeah, she did pretty good.
Yeah, she did, but
I think she
had a
did
good
good.
She had a good director.
Yeah, let's say that.
Yeah, because it was cool with my mom. I can just be like, no, I don't like the way you did that.
Right.
See, when I'm talking to my other fellow actors, I have to be like, you see, in the way that you're doing, like, I have to be nicer about it.
In the eyes of Tarantino, I would say yes, but in the eyes of, in
the eyes of me, I say yes.
Yeah.
In the eyes of the greats, I say no.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, with this this short, what is it? The Sun Sphere.
There's the Sun Sphere.
There's the Sun Sphere.
Yeah.
What do you plan on? It's just gonna be the two people, right?
Yeah, and I still, because I know the audio is what I'm scared about. Video is kind of, because I think I'm gonna have to work around it when I'm filming it, because I would love to have a lot of it filmed while the car's driving, but I think at our stage of amateurness, it's probably not gonna happen. Maybe a little bit. I'd be happy with a little bit.
No, I think I could do something with that.
Okay.
I think so.
Yeah, I need you can be my one of my cinematographer.
You could literally just drive around for 30 minutes in the same areas over and over, review the footage, and bang, pick your best ones, and
Yeah.
you'll have certain. Yeah, I think that's doable.
But also, it will work out because some of the scenes are when they're stopped, like the characters are stopped. Because at the same time, it is kind of about what happened a week ago, but I'm still going to tweak it, because I can play with it. When you're making something, you put yourself into it, but also you can add it, make it funnier or make it sadder, or
that'll be cool.
Yeah,
that'll be a good first.
Yeah, I'm excited about it. I've had a few ideas. I've always had a bunch of ideas.
Just got to make them happen.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Make them come true.
Yeah.
And you said you've written like a little bit of the dialogue so far too, right?
Yeah.
Some scripted
Yeah,
parts.
and a lot of it's in my head. That's one thing that I always have. I go on daydreams of stuff that I want to do. But I think it will be a good learning experience anyway, because any video you ever watch, you're like, just go do it. And you're like, oh, come on, that's not the.
Move that real quick. There you go.
All right. Yeah, just go do it, and that's what I'm gonna try to do.
Okay.
See, I'm not one of those people that say just go do it. Well, I'm gonna do it, and then I'll inspire you later after I say, oh yeah, I did it,
Right.
and then it didn't work, but I still do it. I don't know.
Well, I'm more of a just do it. You mess up the first time more than likely. At least I do every time. But then from there, you learn so much, and
Yeah. The thing is, there's always so many aspects in your life that you have to just do it, and sometimes it gets pretty overbearing. You know what I mean?
It can.
Yeah.
It definitely can. But I think that, a simple car scene with some driving and some not driving. I even think that I have a great mic for that. Surround sound too. So if you wanted, you could have, each person on each side, kind of the audio going.
That's interesting. So yeah.
Yeah, just to add. I mean,
that's an interesting.
It's
thing.
just an option.
Yeah.
So it records stereo. But yeah, that would be so cool.
Also, I've been looking into, because you know how it is. Even though I could put so much music on it, but if I'm really making something, I have to find stuff that's free use, like free use in the way that's actually free.
Right.
That's hard to find music that you like, but is.
Well, it's hard to find great music like that. But it's not that bad finding like.
Yeah, but I don't want it to
music.
sound like elevator.
No,
That's mostly elevator music.
But if you can get some free, that's kind of in between somewhere. You can find some good ones.
I know. I've been looking. I've been
Okay.
I've been starting my YouTube playlist of songs that aren't too much copyrighted. But I think I can work around that too. If maybe one of the characters, I got a headache, I don't want to listen to music. Stuff. You always think of stuff like that.
That's like, first you got to get the footage. Then after you go into
also,
editing, then you got to worry about music.
Shooting in black and white.
Okay.
Black and white is where we're going.
Cool. That'll be interesting too.
Yeah, because I don't know. I want to start. And
we'll have to figure out how to get lighting in that car.
Yeah, but also with black and white, you can mess with lighting easier, because in black and white you can put so much light in the car and it don't look like that, compared to if you don't have good light when you're doing color, it looks stupid when you put a bunch of light in there. You can tell.
Yeah. That's a good point. Yeah.
I know when they was doing The Lighthouse. I don't know if you've seen that last year.
No.
Great movie. But I was watching behind the scenes, and there were certain scenes that it was a crazy, like you seen it in color. It was crazy the amount of light they used because to make a certain scene look right to them. It was insane. It was just they look wiped out.
Right.
But when you watch it in the movie, it looks fine.
Right. That's interesting. Yeah, I tried when I was first getting into like trying out photography stuff. I tried black and white, took a couple pictures, and was like, for some reason, it was just like too daunting. I was like, I can't do this right now. It's too much. Because I felt like I had the lighting down, and I took the picture, and it was like, man, this looks horrible. This doesn't look like a nice black and white photo. It's almost green or something, you know.
But also, I probably can shoot it. I don't know. It's still. I'm the beginning the writing it. It's on the but it's good because there's a lot of stuff you can put into it, but it's bad because it'd be better if I say, hey, I'm finished writing it. We're gonna go shoot it next week. You know,
Do you plan on shooting it
soon?
Well, like what resolution or whatever? You know, you
probably not. Just probably
1080.
Yeah, probably. Okay. Yeah, because 4K would be such a big file to mess with. You know, especially. Well, I mean, that's the thing that I know. I mean, you've talked about this before that we're people that we like our best work out there, and that's hard, and that's a good thing. I'm not too much of a perfectionist, but I'm kind of one. Like I like it to reach a level that I like, but I get to a point. I'm not George Lucas. I get to a point where I'm okay with something.
Right.
And sometimes, and my acting is kind of different. But when stuff I make, I get to a level where I actually enjoy it. And with this, I lost what I was going to say. But
you're enjoying it. No, and I agree. Like
I'm crazy. But anyway, when I'm making something that I enjoy, I don't know. I've lost it. What was I saying? I'm insane.
You're not enjoying this, so you lost your. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm not enjoying this.
No, it's when I'm getting into like cinematography or film, whatever you want to call it, and it is fun. It's so fun, like learning different angles, different lighting. It's all about problem solving.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's ultimately kind of what it is.
It's life.
Like, yeah, it's life. Acting is life.
That's life.
The set is the world, or the world's a stage. In other words.
That sounds better than the set's the world. That's
yeah, the set's the world. It's like, all right. Well, cool. Well, that'll be fun. And easy.
What I was gonna say was that we're not too much perfectionists, but here's what I was gonna say. But we're scared to look like amateurs sometimes. Like sometimes you have to be okay with putting something out and be like, I like what I did. Right. It's kind of amateurish, but that's my beginning. But that's the thing. You want it to look like a movie, you know.
Well, I can help you make it look pretty good.
Yeah, that's
for being amateur.
Yeah, yeah.
I have confidence anyway. I could be wrong.
Yeah.
I could suck.
We'll see. We'll see.
I think we can do it.
Oh, we're gonna do it. We're going to do it. This is the time. Put it on the thing so people are gonna be like, when I watch this, that's.
So it's pretty much just gonna be. I guess we can't say the other person's name.
Yeah, I want my friend to film because I couldn't think of anyone else playing him. But if he's not, I'll have to find somebody to do it.
You haven't even asked him?
He'll do it. It's just a matter. I don't know if I can. It's gonna be weird getting everybody scheduled together.
But it sounds like
I
it's
have
just
other friends that want to help
you
too.
being you and him being him. This mysterious person.
It's gonna be like that, but we're also the way I'm gonna write it is it's based on that day. It's not just like we're
inspired by that day. Yeah. It's
me playing a kind of me, and him playing him.
Yeah, I can't imagine him playing anything else.
Yeah, he's gonna do it hopefully, and if he's not, it's gonna be hard to find somebody because I couldn't find someone to play him. He's interesting.
No, I think he would be. We shouldn't even be talking about it because we're not gonna say his name, but he's a type character. I think.
You've never met him.
Oh, I haven't met him.
Mm-mm.
Oh, well, excuse me. Well, there we go. Well, cool.
You're going to meet him hopefully.
Yeah, that would be nice.
Yeah, but I have other friends that want to help too. So it's gonna be. The thing is, it's gonna be get everybody together, and then
with our masks. But that's what the point of the show is to hear about what you've done, what you're in,
my talents,
what the fuck you do, talking to the mic,
my talents,
about a fist away,
Hey, a fist. I'm a fist away from giving you the jabron.
Yeah, well. I'm a fist away.
You rat.
You got to be 6 fists away in Corona.
I think it's a little less than that.
2, 3,
It's 6
4,
feet,
5,
not
6.
fists.
Oh,
You're
shit.
gonna be 6 fists away from being dead.
I am, based on that.
Boom, boom.
I'm definitely gonna be starting that cut right there. That's a
Yeah, you
definite-
miss. People are gonna miss that beautiful moment we just had.
No, they won't. It's gonna be in there. I'm gonna cut it right to that. That moment will be there.
You're allowed to curse on
They're laughing right now.
Knox Talent Meets.
Did I?
I feel like we did. It's okay.
That's all right.
Who cares? It's America.
All right. Heck yeah. Darn tootin'.
Shoot, yeah.
So what kind of is there any kind of recent work you've been doing? And when we say work, acting gigs.
Acting. This year, not really. I did like 1 or 2 things, but that's because of COVID, the great COVID.
Yep.
But last year I did a lot of stuff. Yes, it's the real excuse.
People overuse the COVID excuse. Not
Oh,
saying
it's-
you are, but
it's
you
becoming
know people
it's
do.
becoming bad.
Oh
it's
my
becoming
gosh.
like, hey,
Even at my restaurant, it's like, oh, we're out of ham because of COVID. I'm like, I don't even feel comfortable saying that anymore.
think about 10 years from now. Yeah, come on, it's that COVID. Oh my, like it's girls too.
Grandpa telling COVID jokes.
I would go on a date with you, but I'm feeling very COVID right now.
Yeah. That's funny.
God.
So what have you been on? What have you been or done? Oh, I know what you've done. This was a fun one.
Okay.
It was that rent. It was that app where you can rent other people's equipment.
Rent my equipment.
Rent my equipment. That was so cool.
That was my first commercial.
Oh,
It
congratulations.
was in on the other side of Chattanooga in Georgia, whatever that place is called. Not
Okay.
Chattanooga,
So you had
but
to do
Georgia.
some traveling.
Yeah, but it's
Can't
not
be
bad.
scared
It was
to
a nice
travel as
drive.
an
I like
actor.
I like driving.
No, you can't be. You got to do it.
Yeah, but it was very fun.
Yeah, that was.
I
cool.
enjoyed it a lot. The guy, it was like a 1-man show director. He had all kind of like you. He had all the accoutrement. And it was,
Yeah.
we did it and it
A
was
little better
fun.
than me, but I'm getting there.
Oh yeah, no, yeah,
Yeah.
he can, yeah. He's next level. He's Joey 2.0,
All right. I
and
kind of don't appreciate that, but we'll go with it.
hey,
No,
you're
it's
gonna be
fine.
Joey
I'm just
2.0 in 2 months. 2 months, Joey
Oh, okay.
2.0.
I thought you were gonna say tomorrow morning when people watch this because of you.
Yeah, I'm a draw.
Thanks for your help.
I'm a draw. Yeah. All my 100 followers.
You're a draw.
100. Yeah, I'm
I'm a sketch.
Okay. I'm not. See, when Joey does stuff like that, you don't give him. You don't let him have his day.
That's true. I tell people, I'm like, if you didn't react, I wouldn't do this. So it's the reaction.
See, that's how I get to enjoy it, is because I don't give him the reaction, then I laugh at the fact that I didn't give him the reaction.
Yeah.
So he kind of wins. We win. It's a win-win.
That's like a narcissist thing. I'm laughing at my own joke based on this joke. No, I'm kidding. I'm just playing.
Yeah, I probably am. What are you gonna do?
But yeah, rent my equipment. So you got to walk up and be like, hey, bro, let me borrow your stuff. He was like,
Hey, dude.
Yeah, no problem.
Hey,
Just
dude.
push the button on the app.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun. I was excited to do my commercial. It was my first, like, almost lines too. I've had other stuff, but yeah. But I've did a lot of extra work, as you do in the beginning.
Yeah, of
and
course.
that's fun too. I've
Oh, do you remember your first speaking role?
rent my equipment.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
cool.
it's- yeah, it's
No,
first.
that's cool because that's what I look for, is to see if anyone has a first line story, because that's always cool. But
Yeah,
we
I
just went
haven't.
over that.
Yeah, I haven't played a character for so yet. Which it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
Hey,
Boom. Any day
just
now.
gotta
Any
apply,
day now.
apply.
Yeah, that's what you do. But anyway, I've done a lot of extra stuff, and that's always super fun because you're there, and even when it's not fun, it's fun because I'm just glued to what everybody's doing. I'm excited. What is everybody doing? What's he doing? Trying to learn as much as I can. And my first thing I ever did was this is for Knoxvillians. This is Knox Talent Meets. East Town Mall, which rest in peace, it died this year
Did
as
it
well.
really?
Yeah, that
Oh,
and,
wow.
that and Ennio Morricone.
Wow.
At East Town Mall. But anyway, they filmed a homicide hunter there, and I played just an extra that walks around. But I got a nice amount of screen time for my first thing ever.
Okay, wow.
Went up an escalator behind the woman who found the murdered person. But yeah, it was cool, and it's almost like a piece of like that mall, because the mall is already dead looking, and it's dead now. So it was like a final send off for the mall.
Well,
And
I
got
thought
to be-
about taking the whole mall and just taking all the rooms and making them different sets for different movies. And you can rent that. They can rent that out to people like me, or, getting started, and rent it out that way.
rent my room.
Yeah.
And I'll do the commercial.
Rent my set.
Yeah, rent my set. That's an interesting idea. Too bad I think they're selling to like Amazon or something.
Oh.
Yeah, you know, Jeff
Yeah,
Bezos.
warehouse.
What are you gonna do?
Yeah, that would be.
But it needs to be something because I mean, I used to love East Town Mall. East Town Mall was a part of my childhood.
I was a West Town kind of guy, mall kind of guy.
Yeah, that place I'd go there and be like, what? I'd be amazed, and then I'd go back to my mall and be. It felt like
hey,
home.
escalators, East Town Mall.
Yay!
Yeah, yeah. West Town, you just one story.
West Town just feels like it has everything. It's like, well, now I mean,
Yeah,
in
now
the
it's all-
COVID times, there is no such things.
But yeah, background work, very important.
Yeah, and you learn a lot.
You also, that's what I wanted to ask. So when you're on set, are you a kind of person that makes it a point to observe and like try to ask questions? Of course, it's hard to ask questions because you don't want to be rude, you know.
It just depends. I enjoy being myself, and that's gotten me not too much trouble in my life. But if it feels right in the moment, if I'm hanging out with one of the gaffers or some guy who's carrying stuff, and then after he's taking a break and we're just hanging out, you know, if I feel ask him a question, if I feel like me and him are cool enough, I'll ask him a question.
Okay.
But I also, as much as I can, I'll be like, hey, is that okay if I stand here and watch? You know, and if they say no, then of course I'll back away. But if they're like, oh yeah, it's cool, and they've never told me no, and it isn't like I'm standing in the way of the shot or anything. I'm not crazy, but I love watching, especially in shows that I've been in. I've been on like maybe 12, almost 15 of these murder shows they film here in Knoxville.
What?
Yeah,
Dope.
and I love main thing I like watching them is I watch them. I'll show my mom the stuff I've been in, and I'm more excited about. I was behind the camera when that was shot. Like the one, there was one cool shot of that was zoomed in on a girl in a gurney inside of a ambulance.
Okay.
In that gurney,
I don't know.
George Morgan's going to correct me. He's going to get me back.
Good.
It is actually. George. Like I agree with you said. He's one of the best I've met in person actors.
Yeah, I think so.
Because he's very in the moment, and I enjoy that. I wish he's kind of almost above us when it comes to doing stuff.
He gets a lot of stuff.
Yeah, I know.
He's got a good resume.
Yeah,
but he's so humble about it. He doesn't even realize.
I know
how
he's a
good
good guy. He's just a good guy. He was in one of the first few acting classes I was in, and I don't know if that was one of his first few too, but yeah, that was interesting. He's an interesting guy. I like him.
Yeah. And hopefully I can say check out Bono's movies.
And Sean, no, it's not. What are you gonna do?
We love Sean.
I did too, man. I think that was cool. That was the first episode. I think because he had.
Well, you know what I told him? I said you'll always be number one for KTM.
Yeah, and he had the
Yeah,
shoes,
baby.
and he had a lot of stuff to show off.
Yeah, and he worked with me. We tried one day and it failed, and he came back. He helped me out, so it was a huge help.
Yeah.
So we're a tight group right here.
Yeah,
all the guests. I'm trying to branch out, but people
there's
get
some
nervous,
people.
I guess.
Yeah, there's some people we're gonna have to get on here. I know.
I think they get a little scared. They're like, I don't know.
I don't see why. One thing I'm gonna have to. I'll tell you about this after.
They're gonna watch the first 2 segments of this and go, "That's why."
Yeah, all these sounds that Tristan's making that's annoying. Damn it.
Yeah.
Damn
One
it.
thing in well, I won't read that, but I was gonna talk about Bono's movies, but
Oh yeah, you watch Bono's movies.
well,
on George Morgenstern.
I like the fact that it picks up him creaking the table. To me, I like that. Like you can hear
Well,
it.
that kind of does add to his
It
ambiance.
adds to the- yes,
but
it
this is
does.
just like people like, come on,
Yeah.
what are you doing?
We can be like Sean,
Oh yeah, it was getting annoying. That's
making
why.
beats. That's funny.
But yeah, anyway, it's exciting times, scary times, growing times. I'm excited right now. Tomorrow, but the same thing. I'm committed to making this short. I'm really committed, and it's almost scary how committed I am because I've just started writing it, but most of it's in my head, and I just have to put it to paper, and then I'll probably transfer it over to the computer.
Yeah,
it'll go through.
You can maybe try. I mean, just an idea, like split it into a 3-parter. 3 10-minute parts or something.
That could happen. We'll see.
Just an
idea. Have to. I think right now it's at a
I'm
stage.
overwhelmed by the idea of 20, 30 minutes.
Not 30. No, it's just 20. 20.
Just 20. All right.
But I just know the way I am is the way I'll write it and the way I want to shoot it. We might have to cut it down.
That happens.
Yeah, and that happens all the time.
Well, we're gonna have to cut it right here. La la. $2 better than 3 now to be the on 3 to be the. That'll be.
Sold to the man in the right.
I won't put that in there.
Yeah, right. Don't cut anything out.
All right, so we've been friends for some time now.
How long you think?
Like 5 months?
Yeah.
6 months?
Yeah.
That's a long time.
Especially this year.
No, it's not long. Yeah. Making friends during COVID. Actually, right before COVID.
Or it was happening, but it wasn't.
Right.
Yeah. It wasn't as big as it is now.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so through an agency that we're a part of, we do some training there.
I'm a teacher there,
that's
assistant teacher.
right.
I work there.
You are. That's right. You're no longer the student. You are an assistant.
Yeah, and I'm still the student, but
Yeah, still.
also,
yeah.
But also, I've been.
You get to
doing
lead improv.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's one of my. Would you say one of my strong suits?
No, I think you do. You do great being that character that you need to be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You missed last night because you was working. We had an improv and it was fun. It was
Yeah, I missed it. I actually totally forgot. Like I had remembered class all day, but I got next thing I know it was like 6:30. I was like,
so this was gonna
Oh
happen.
my
There's
God.
the Sun Sphere. It's gonna be filming day, and Joy's gonna be like, "Oh, I totally forgot." No, Joy's not like that.
no, that
Joyce,
would
you're
be different.
you're the most professional. I really.
Yeah, but I had a good excuse. I've already taken the class.
Oh no,
and,
yeah, no, you don't. You don't have to. After you finish your classes, you don't have to go back.
I got one more. So we'll knock that out. Hopefully it wasn't the one last night. But I'm willing to take that risk
Take the risk.
for these shows, for these things.
Take the risk.
Take the risk. All right, let's try to get serious on something.
Okay, but yeah, what'd you think about me when you first met me, and how did that
You
grow
want my
your
honest?
opinion? Yeah, I don't care.
All right.
I'll
so
tell you. Yeah.
I thought you were like some kind of stone cold, just
Steve
angry
Austin?
guy. Like not angry, but like I was a little intimidated to say, "What's up?" but not in like a I'm scared of you, just like you didn't give off I don't know. And you have such a unique look. I think that caught me off guard too. You have a powerful look,
You said that. You're like the only person that's ever said that.
Yeah, I say you got chisel face,
Thank you. It's
like a
'cause,
chiseled.
in the gym.
Ding, ding, ding.
I thought you seemed shy.
That's what a few people have told me that,
Yeah.
but I am.
And you've
naturally.
come out more in acting
Yeah.
class. Yeah.
Yeah,
For sure.
I love it.
No,
I have to get comfortable, and that's part of being like, you can't just roll up saying anything you want to say, especially this stuff that I say sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah. The
You have
logician.
to feel it out,
Of course.
You
Yeah.
gotta feel it out.
That's interesting. It kind of is almost negative. It must have been just that day. Who knows what? I don't remember what's happening.
No,
that
it was
day.
my own whatever's I was dealing with.
No.
It had nothing to do
But
with
also,
you
but you don't
personally.
want to look like that. That's one thing that they tell you.
But
is-
no, in the first class that I was there, we ended up saying hello and stuff.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
it
I
wasn't
hope
like
so.
we had this. We weren't like
That
arch
also,
enemies.
the first time we met there, that was my first time being in that. I was a triple OG in the other class.
Oh really?
I did the other class for years.
That was your first time in that class.
in that class, yeah.
Oh, so you didn't even know where I've been, who? Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know, and I was okay with that because that's life. If you're going on set, you don't know anybody.
Well, I remember I was so nervous.
But I was just listening, really. And when I like to listen, so I try to, because I could talk. This could be 5 hours. This could be 5 hours, but I like to listen.
You're doing a great job right now. No, I'm just kidding. I wanted to stay
Thank you.
silent the
I
whole
was trying-
time. You're like,
I
I'm a great
beat
listener.
you.
I'm going.
I beat you. I had
How?
the same.
Oh, you knew what I was doing?
No, I was.
Oh.
We thought,
I got you. That's funny.
dumb people think alike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's always trying to get them.
But okay, I'm gonna break the rules. I'm gonna ask you a question.
All right.
I said that without thinking the question. Now I have to improv a question.
Improv a question. And then we'll do your plugs.
What do you think about this episode?
It's pretty
Chill.
funny, chill,
Chill.
all over the place.
Chill.
If you,
I showed off my talents of being me.
yeah. Actually, this podcast was somewhat a Tarantino movie Pulp Fiction X. You know, it's like it was all over the place, and you have to really piece it together to know what we're talking about.
Yeah, if you listen to this part of it, then you'll understand the beginning.
Maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, we didn't start talking about how we met each other until the last 40 minutes.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. That's so weird. That's so funny.
But anyway,
Yeah.
thank you for bringing me on your show. Next time I come on your show, I will prepare a monologue. I do have monologue prepared. I could technically do, but I'm a type of person that I have monologues I've been slightly working on. It sounds like such a big excuse, which it is. But at the same time, I really haven't. I know when my monologue is crispy, that the lines come to me and I can just work on the emotion. And that one that you've seen, that my classic monologue with the phone, I could do that anytime, anywhere, in front of anybody. But for the KTM audience, it has to be crispy. Next time I will do it, I promise. That's the Tristan Franklin promise.
You're now going to be in the back of hopefully a long line. But based on this past week, it might be a shorter line than expected. So you just never know. You know?
What do you mean?
I'm saying I'm trying to have a lot of people lined up to be on the show, but turns out that's harder than you think.
Yeah.
Therefore, you might be a repeat sooner than you think.
Yeah, next
So
episode.
be ready. Yeah.
2 in a row.
It might be, yeah. Hit you up Monday night. Hey, bro.
Well, tell me a week in advance, and then I'll really prepare my favorite monologue.
Okay. You get a free pass or whatever.
Yeah.
You got any plugs you want to do?
Instagram, follow me. I'll look at yours and I'll follow you back potentially. I'll follow you back. He'll put it in the description. It's The Last Cabalion, KYBALION, The Last Cabalion.
Yeah. I'll spell it down there for you.
Yeah, he'll spell it for you. Just copy and paste it. Follow me. Maybe will follow you if I determine you are worthy. Right now that's it. You'll get most information from there. Some people in your other shows said my Facebook, but I don't want you on my. I don't want the KTM listener on my Facebook. I'm a very private person.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm just kidding. I don't really get on Facebook. I'm mostly on Instagram.
Yeah.
I put
and
my
also private people don't go to get on podcasts. I stumbled on my words there, but you get my point.
That's fake news.
Well,
no, private people. That's not private people. They're because you can be private and then they open at the same time. You just have to have. Boundaries.
Okay. So you're like, the doors,
Yeah, I'm not going to add you on my
25%
Facebook
open,
unless
you've
I'm
got
not.
your neck out.
I'm not going to add you on Facebook unless I know you. On Instagram, if we have the same interest, you're
look at the
very
neighbor.
attractive woman, I'll follow you.
There you
That's
go.
how it works. That's
how I got you to follow me.
You're a very attractive woman.
But no, you got your head out the door.
And we got to congratulate Joey. He finally posted something on Instagram.
Oh, I've posted a few things now.
Well, those I don't count.
They count.
The plugs don't count.
It counts on there.
But
It says I
the
got
video
like
you
5
did, I
photos.
count. Also, we're gonna have to talk about. You're gonna have to get some better promotional. You just screenshot it and put it on it.
No, I have a new idea. What you can do? Here's an idea. If
A
anyone's still listening, you have to constantly
Tristan
change
is.
it. But say you put some form of content out, you change in your bio. You change your bio to what the title is.
Yeah, and you say link in the bio.
And link in the website.
That's every fake woman that follows you. Link in the bio.
Well,
Is that where you learned it from?
the screenshot works. Okay. Do you have any better ideas?
A steal from the show.
Oh, a still from the show. Oh,
Yeah,
just a pure still.
A steal,
Yeah.
and then you can write. You could put the text on it, but I don't know.
Oh yeah, okay.
I mean, that's what the JRE.
It was just a real fast because I just
No,
wanted-
yeah, it's in it. You put it. You plugged it. It's fine. I think it's good.
actually,
I'm just saying for the future.
Since we're talking about it, that episode of Bo Knows Movies, within 24 hours, it still hasn't been 24 hours.
24 hours.
It's his most viewed video
Must be
on his channel, and he's got like 20 videos.
I've watched it.
He's got like 20 videos, and it's already surpassed them. So congrats to him.
Crash to Bo Knows Movies.
Cool. Anything
Directed
else you
by
want to
Joey
say?
Morgenstern.
You got any final words? Dun, dun, dun.
I was thinking of something pretentious to say. Peace.
Cut.
This is where Knox Talent meets.